my game. It's my little pet project. For now, its working title is called For Valhalla for the King. I'm going to start with a quick demo, and the reason for that is just to show you guys what I've implemented and kind of what we're going to work towards at the end. So give me just a second while I load my entry point level up here. We're going to go ahead and click play. Hopefully the audio is not too loud. I apologize if it is, and hopefully nothing goes wrong because, well, that's how game dev works. So what we've got right now, this is my intro level. We're going to see I start out with a quest. This is built off of ACF and the Ascent toolset. I will link them here momentarily. And so not a whole lot of modifications to the plugin. This is pretty much out of the box with a plethora of assets, which you'll see my list of assets here along the way. So obviously we're going to spawn in and we have a quest. We need to talk to Airdwolf. Airdwolf, where are you? Oh, well, there you are. Alright, so let's go talk to him. He's going to tell us. So, oh no, what's going on? We don't know. I'm sure you guys could read, so I'm not going to sit here and read it for you. But this is the quest dialogue. This is the dialogue part of the ATS. My UI is predominantly built on Pro HUD, but not straight. Some of it's just using the art assets. Others are using some of it. So now. What you'll see is down there we have a fire that started because he said he didn't run off, which is what I'm going to do. So now we're going to go get in a fight. And forgive the darkness, like I say, this is my intro level. When we start building stuff here in a little bit, I'm actually going to do it in a daylight level so that you guys can actually see all the beauty, but this is my intro level of my game. So let's go ahead and kill us a raider. In ACF, there is a music component. It's extremely let me go ahead and turn that down so I can hear myself think. Alright, so now we're going to go back and talk to Airdwolf. I do not have indicators set up yet. Maybe we'll try to figure that out. Notice I got XP for turning in the quest. We'll cover that. I got XP for killing. That's all part of ACF. Now, technically I'm supposed to run to the other side of the village, but I have some spawning problems there that make it kind of difficult sometimes. So we're going to go back to the easy side. Oops. Now we're going to go ahead and grab one guy. Yes, I have these set to 1. These are just counters. So I have them set really low so that I can breeze through this. So my ACF implementation is not fully implemented. It's just the bare bones of what I needed. Although I will show you guys, I do have a working inventory. Now I can use my sword or that. Now we're going to go back to talk to Airdwolf. And he's going to say, oh, we still don't have any reinforcements. Alright, I'm going to go see what's going on. We're going to go look. Alright, so... Oh, we got something going on. Oh, the village is on fire. That's not a good sign. So, now we're going to go get our horse. We're going to get on our horse. Forgive my horse. He's a little bit messed up, but he works. So, we're going to stop there because the rest of this is going to be my little secret. But we're going to walk through what all we just did there. We did quite a bit there. let me load up our level that we're going to work in today. We used some quest stuff and some dialogue stuff to get there. So, what we're going to talk about first is the nodes themselves. So, the Ascent Toolkit has the concept of a graph node. A graph node is anything that I create on this graph. Each graph is context sensitive, so where's my quests? See, I told you I have a lot of content in here, and I haven't cleaned it up yet. So we've got a bunch of quests in here, but the key here is that everything is built on top of the graph nodes. And for reference, I am using the documentation listed as the Ascent Toolset documentation. I'm not going to talk about finite state machine because I got to be honest, I haven't done anything with it, and it's an interesting concept. So right now we're just talking about the graph editor itself. So we're going to start at the very beginning of this. We're going to talk about conditions. So conditions are what tells us that we can do something. So what is an example of that? So one of the first things to understand about dialogue is in ACF and ATS, a character can only have one dialogue graph assigned to them. And so this graph is going to get really big when you talk about how many conversations you're going to have. Now, at first that kind of threw me and I was confused, but then I started thinking about it and I'm like, wait a minute, that makes sense because you could load dialogue after dialogue after dialogue, and you could store your dialogues in a data table, and you could do those kinds of things. Or what I really like about this, after I really started thinking about it, was what does how do I make that work? And I started thinking, well, even if my quests or my dialogue are in a data table, I still have to have logic that tells me when I can have the next conversation. So to do that, we've got a couple things. We've got these and or conditions and conditions. So I've created my own condition, and we're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. We're gonna say dialogue. Dialogue step check. So basically what we're doing, this is, we're going to right click and we're going to go to Ascent Toolset. Nope. We're going to create a new class. And we are going to go and we are going to implement a condition. So we're going to call this dummy condition. And all that's here is we have oops, nope, we don't want a function. Go ahead and, oopsie. We're going to override verify condition, okay? And basically this is going to return a true or false. You've got context to your player controller, so from your player controller, you can get to anything you really want, depending on what you've referenced or how you get to, your character, your controlled pawn, casting, all that other stuff. So I'm not going to go fully implement this right now, but I just wanted to show you how to get started. I know the guy that wrote the documentation for Ascent Toolset, or helped write it, so if you don't like it, go ahead and yell at me, because I helped Pask write it, because Pask has been trying to feverishly get ACF caught up, or had been, and I was trying to get this out the door for him. So if you have an issue or a question about the documentation, stop by his Discord and become a verified user and fire away. I do my best to try to answer as many questions as I can. So Um, so there's that. We're going to go ahead and kill that, and we're going to look at our actual condition. So what I'm doing, what I have chosen to do is um, we've got some data tables, gameplay tags. We've got a quest tag. That's going to tell us some quests. We'll get back to that. And I've got some character tags. All conversations take place between the player and someone else. So in this case, we're talking to Airdwolf. So again, I'll walk through more when we build our first quest in the next zone. But for now, this is baseline. Um, Gameplay tags are nothing more than what would be like an enum or a static string that you can reference, and it's really quick and it's really efficient inside of Unreal Engine. So, so obviously we've got Airdwolf, and so we're going to look at who we're about to talk to, and we need to figure out what are we about to start talking about. Um, on, and that's all on our player controller. So let me open up our player controller. So I have a dialogue map. On this dialogue map, I have each character, what dialogue step number am I on? So that's how I'm controlling the flow through all of these conversations that I'm going to build. So I believe this one, I tried to put them in order. So this one is dialogue number 1. So basically our dialogue check is going to say, hey, I'm talking to Airdwolf. What step am I on? And from there, we'll either return true or false if we're on that dialogue. So what's going to happen is when I initiate a dialogue, it's going to check for the first match that it can find that meets conditions. So you'll see each one of these has a different step number. That's step 2, that's step 3. So the first time I talk to them, I'm set to 1. So that means this dialogue will fire. And then every subsequent conversation I have is going to update that number and tell me which number I'm going to start next. Now, what I'm going to tell you, this is how I chose to implement it. There are probably 70,000 ways to skin this cat. I went simplistic. It's pretty easy, and I'll show you why as we go. So that's the graph conditions. Now we also have actions. Actions are things that can happen. So I have some dialogue actions here. I've got a set next dialogue, and Airdwolf, you don't see him running off because I don't have the animation built for him to do it, but theoretically, when we talk the first time and I tell him to go light the signal fires, that's actually going to trigger this action, which what that does is that finds my signal fire, and there's a function on it called toggle fire particle. Blah, English is hard. So I can tell from the dialogue, which we'll find that dialogue action step here in just a second. When I tell him go light the signal fires and check on the rest of the village, I'm triggering a new quest. So we're going to say we're going to start a new quest. We're going to increment our dialogue number, and then I'm going to tell him to go start the signal fire. So you can chain stuff together really well from your dialogues to your quests. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. It may make more sense. And truthfully, I have not started questing in a new zone, so we may end up running into hurdles when when I go to implement my next NPC. So those are the neat things that can be done from dialogue. Now the thing about those classes, the and or conditions and the actions, or the conditions and the actions, is they're universal between quests and dialogue. And what I mean by that is it's the same base class. So I told you I leveled up when um, when I completed the quest. So what I've done is I have an action called Quest Issue Reward. So now what we're going to do when we issue a reward is we're going to modify some stats. We're going to add some silver. We're going to add some gold. We're going to add some coins. And we're going to add some XP, all of which, well, I hacked around to make a three-piece currency system inside of ACF. ACF currently only supports a single currency, but with some creative ingenuity and some perseverance, I decided to make a three currency system. And then, of course, we're building off of the standard XP on ACF. So basically, when we so we have a quest objective. It said that we needed to kill the raiders, right? So what we do is we set a tag, and there are several ways to do this. I've chosen to do this way for a reason. Um, it probably could be done a different way. There are reference targets. There are a couple different ways to indicate how to complete a step on a quest. But that's it. So, um, and I can show you an example. We're going to set this to 10, and we'll go back and reload. We're not going to go through the intro. We're going to don't save that. I don't care. And we'll hit play. And then we'll go talk to Aired Wolf again right here. And see now, we now have to kill 10. So that's the repetition ease. I literally just have it set to 1 because I'm lazy and don't want to kill 10 of those guys. So now, when we come back to them, we're going to complete the objective. And when the quest is succeeded, we have an activation, and that activation is issue the quest reward. So you'll see XP, silver, gold, coin. Those are our public variables on our quest issue reward action. So that's the 700,000 foot view of how this works. Now, I'm going to go on and we're going to go ahead and set up our process here. So let me make note. So we did those two. We did those. Now we're going to walk through some stuff. So, hey Centurion, how you doing? While I keep my scatterbrain together and while we load some stuff, let me find dummy condition because I don't want to have to keep saving that. We're going to say dummy, and we're going to go ahead and delete that because I don't want that. So while we're on this topic, so what I want to talk about real quick is dialogue. This is a me thing. This is a storytelling thing. My advice is get your NPC lists before you ever start. Make up your persona. When you say your character is going to have a certain persona, if you sit down and think through that personality, then as you're building your dialogue, you can make that a little bit more. You can make sure you follow the persona and keep the immersion there. Um, so, so in our world, we're gonna start building some stuff. So we're gonna talk to the. I'm gonna hit play. I'll show you what we got going on. Oops, I forgot to disconnect the loading screen. Uh, I may make it rewatchable Centurion, but I'm probably going to do separate YouTube videos for each chunk of this because this is me just kind of rambling. You guys are my guinea pigs and talking about this. So I apologize for that kind of sort of not really. But there will be actual videos coming soon. And I'm going to move my chat box down here real quick because that was right in the middle. So here we have our character, and what we're going to end up doing is we're going to come over here and we're going to talk to the blacksmith. We're going to set up a quest for the blacksmith. So first we're going to talk about how to make an NPC. Um, this is where my story picks up after the intro. Don't mind the fact that he's holding his axe on his back like he's got a sword. Who cares? So, Interactables. This is the ACF part. Um, so, I have a base NPC. I'm going to pull him off to the side where you guys can't see him because what we're going to do is we are going to create a new blueprint and it's going to be a character and we are going to say new NPC base. And I'm doing this because I want to show you that it doesn't really have to be an ACF character that you interact with. It can just be, in fact, if you look at mine is inheriting from, oh look, hey, haha. NPC name is actually not, oh, this is base, never mind, base doesn't matter. Um, it actually just inherits from character. So, doesn't have to be a full-blown NPC, full-blown ACF character. Pretty much all we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pick a mesh. We'll pick the UE for the mannequin. Apparently I have 72 mannequins, so we'll go ahead and stick with this one. And we will make him minus 90, and we are going to rotate him 90, nope, minus 90, and now he's there. And we're going to set his blueprint to something that works. Nope, not something that works. ACF. No. Haha, I may have actually deleted all the enemy instances for the mannequin. So, poo-poo. Oh well. We'll change him then. We'll make him the base body. And we will make him have this. So now we can see our NPC. Don't mind him in his underwear. I'm not going to dress him all up like I have my NPCs because, well, we're not going to mess with it. Biggest thing to make sure of is on your mesh. We want to make sure we have our collision to where ACF will interact. So we want to make sure that our collision is set to character mesh, which it is by default. So now, we're going to have to do a little mixing and matching here because we have to do a couple things. We need to add, and we're going to add a dialogue component or dialogue participant because again, dialogues take place between two characters. And we're also going to add a quest target component. A quest target component. Now I have my own, oh, what? Oh, haha, yeah, rename. You may run into a little bit of a snafu. I had to create a blueprint that inherited from the C++ quest target. That's why mine was a different type. I don't know that I've ever asked Pask to look at that. I don't know what that really is all about, but I don't do anything in it. It's just a separate component, which is actually not a terrible practice anyway. So base NPC, you know what we're going to do. So we're going to need to. Now this is ACF part right here. This allows us, excuse me, to interact with them. So we're going to add the ACF Interactable Interface. And we're going to create a text. We are going to call this the NPC name. And this is a text. Oh yeah, this is a text. And for simplicity's sake, to make the interface work right for interaction, we're going to get the NPC name, and these are the events created by implementing the ACF interaction, the ACF Interactable Interface. So get interactable name, and we're going to, for now, hard code it that we can talk to them. So now, we go to our NPC, we're going to let's say this is our demo base guy. So we're going to go ahead and compile, save, and we are going to take him, and we're going to stand him up right here. We're going to rotate him, and we're going to hit play. And theoretically, which I still forgot to disconnect that loading screen, I'll try to remember to do that after I stop again. So theoretically, when we run up to this guy, it should give us the interact that's built into ACF. And look, it's demo base guy. So good. Now we're interacting with him. So from there, we can start doing things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some stuff. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to pull up one of my actual NPCs because I don't have them implemented in the base. So for this base, we're going to go back to the event graph, and we're going to implement event on interacted by pawn. This is part of the interaction interface, or the interactable interface. So because this implements that, we can do this. So now we want to know, what are we interacting with? We are interacting with, theoretically, a player. Now, I had a mission, I had a quest that said talk to Airdwolf, right? So, because I'm lazy, a bad programmer, and trying to get this working, what I did was when we are actually talking to someone, we are going to get the quest target, and we are just going to go ahead and blindly complete an objective. And that objective is going to be I need to add some more quest objectives. Sweet. Well, let's do that real quick. Quest talk, okay? So add, we're going to say we want this tag to be quest.objective.talk. I'm going to go ahead and add the blacksmith because that's what we're actually going to build. But we're going to go ahead and save this, and we're going to see, we might have to restart. Nope. So we're going to blindly just, hey, if you're on the quest, so every time we talk to this guy, he's going to send a notice to say, hey, you talk to the blacksmith. Um, that may or may not be the right way to do that. There's a few things, but what I wanted to do is I want to be able to reuse the talk to quest because I'm gonna talk to guys like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times. So, um, so I figure anytime I talk to them, we're just gonna assume that we're we're doing that. Um, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna pause this here and stop and not implement any more here because at this point I'm just gonna implement it on my blacksmith class now. You guys get to watch me build my game some. I've been stalling on this for a couple days, waiting for Saturday to come. So we'll go through what we're about to do here in just a second. Let me come in here and we're going to go ahead and delete him out of the screen. Save that because I don't want to get any weird errors. And we're going to delete the new NPC base because I already have an NPC base. Come on, Epic. Delete it. You can delete it. I promise. Please hold while the file you are requesting is deleted. Alright, so we already have a blacksmith class. And as you can see, he inherits from my NPC base. And just so that you guys can see, my NPC base has my dialogue, has my quest, has my name. I'm using some component eyes, some modular character stuff. So I have a construction script where I'm setting master poses, and because I have so many, I just made it a thing. That's modular characters. So you can ignore that. That's my implementation. But we've got can be interacted, and we've got our interactable name. So nothing different. Just so that you guys can see, I literally just built that class with you guys so you could see that. There are a couple events here that I'm actually not using yet because I haven't really explored them. Theoretically, when they are a referenced object, I believe this would be if I killed something, I could do this. I could do that there. But we'll get to that. Like I said, this is probably going to be a bit of a marathon, so we're going to open the full blueprint editor, and we're messing with the blacksmith. The blacksmith is over here. He's chilling in his blacksmith shop. Actually, we're going to do something a little different. First of all, we're going to remember to do the thing that I said I was going to do before I started again. And I'm going to nix the loading screen. We actually need to make a new... We'll go ahead and call him Ragnar. Ragnar, why? Because it's a Norse name that's apparently very common. I didn't realize that. Let me just set Ragnar up a little bit. Not medieval armory. We want medieval armor. We want character parts, and we want meshes. What shirt do we feel like putting Ragnar in? Ragnar looks regal. Ragnar is going to be an influential character in our game for a minute. So we're going to go ahead and set his chest to... Don't crash on me, thank you. He looks all fluffy and cool because he's Ragnar. And that's that. And let's go ahead and put Ragnar... right here in our world. The spotlight is because in my dark levels, you can't see them, so I just put a spotlight over their head so that they kind of stand out. So apparently my texture streaming pool is over budget as my headset disconnected, so I apologize for that. Alright, so Ragnar. What are we going to do with Ragnar? Well, first we got to be able to talk to Ragnar. So let's go to dialogues, and we're going to say, we're going to create a new dialogue, and we're going to say this is Ragnar dialogue. And we're going to create a dialogue node. Whoa, no. We're going to create a dialogue start node, and we're going to say who gets to be involved in this discussion. Well, this is that character list we talked about. Well, every conversation in our game is going to involve our player. Oh, nope, just kidding. Haha, just kidding. He is Ragnar. Um, our participants are going to be player and Ragnar. And we're going to say dialogue start. Okay. Let me go back to a dialogue. Let me open up this dialogue. Actually, it looks like I did that wrong because it just doesn't really matter what you put there. Alright, so we need to add an activation condition. And that condition is that dialogue step check that we talked about. And this is going to be our first conversation with him. So we need to make it dialogue. No, character Ragnar. So what are we going to say? We're going to talk to Ragnar. Ragnar is going to be in our story. Ragnar is right now he's our father figure. He's in charge of our clan. He's going to talk to us. So what we're going to say is he needs to talk to us. And he wants us to... The blacksmith says he needs your help. Go talk to the blacksmith. Or I'll feed you to the wolves. I don't know. He's kind of mean, kind of not mean. He's just stern. Neat thing is you can play sounds, so if you want to do voiceover, you 100% could do voiceover. So now we want to have a couple responses. So the next thing is we're going to build our responses. So responses are always, in this case, we're going to be the responder. I don't remember if this has to be set this way. So, at this point in my story, we as the player are not a member of the clan. We're actually a slave. So, guess what we get to say? We get to say, yes, sir. I will go see him right away. Not really a whole lot of choice in this dialogue set yet. And really, we don't care because that's okay. Now, when we speak, we're going to go ahead and we're going to trigger a quest. So that quest is going to be me. And I forgive my organization because this is my project. So we're going to say Northumbria start. And we are going to have a new quest. And this new quest is going to be talk to, we're going to say, beginning talk to blacksmith. So there's the two components that basically, literally, like I can show you guys. All they do is inherit from the C++ class because I couldn't add the C++ class directly. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up an example and put it off screen so that we can build it together. So we need to create a quest start, and our quest name, our quest tag, objective, talk to the blacksmith. And we're going to say that this is find out what, no, talk to the blacksmith. And the quest description. You need to find out what the blacksmith needs. Go talk to him. Alright, so now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add an objective. We're going to add an objective node. And this objective is going to be an AQS quest objective. And this is going to be... my eyeball itches, sorry guys. Quest objective, talk to the blacksmith. And now this got me thinking, we still need to build a quest to talk to Samson. No, to talk to Ragnar. So the objective name is going to be talk to blacksmith. Go talk to the blacksmith. And we're going to say repetitions 1. And apparently Verizon wants to send me a text message about my bill that's not due for another 15 days. Thanks, guys. I should unsubscribe from you. And then once we go talk to the blacksmith, we're just going to go ahead and finish this quest. Now, what we can do is we can go ahead and continue on to the next quest. I could issue a reward, but in this case, I'm not going to give you one, because this really is like an intermediary quest. This isn't necessarily, it's just it's a conversation starter. So I'm big about conversation starters. So really what we need is we also need a ascent tool set quest, and we're going to call this beginning talk to Ragnar. And we're literally going to do the same thing. We're going to say start, and this is going to mean I need to make a quest tag, and we're going to make a new quest tag. This says quest dot objective dot talk dot Ragnar. None of that really matters. This is my organization. This does not. This is all matching, so it doesn't really matter what you put there. The reason I am doing it that way is so that when I come in here and I want to see my quests, I've got my objectives. I probably don't need the objective layer, but I'm going to put it in there. I've got actionables, I've got discoveries, I've got gathers, I've got kills, whoopsie, I've got protects, and I've got talks. I have that organization there for me. So we're going to talk to Ragnar. Actually, we don't even need that there. Go ahead and clear that. Right? Oh, yes, we do. I have it there. I don't know if we need it, but put it there, so whatever. We're going to say, talk to Ragnar. Find out what Ragnar wants you to do. Okay? And we're going to add a quest objective. I apologize, guys. I'm scatterbrained. I haven't done these in like 3 weeks, so please forgive me. And we're going to say, talk to Ragnar and find out what you need to do. And quest, oopsie, succeeded. And so now what we'll do is we are going to start our next quest from here. So now, theoretically, we'll have a quest to talk to Ragnar. So how do we complete that objective? Well, again, I started to go through it with you guys, and then I just kind of went ham and went somewhere else. So we're going to say on interacted by pawn. Nope. We're going to say event interacted by pawn. And if we are interacted by a player, we are going to complete objective. Again, we're going to blindly complete the objective of talk to Ragnar. So as long as I'm on a quest that says talk to Ragnar, that will be resolved. Again, targeted things might work, but I feel like I have more control over it this way. Someone might tell me I'm doing it wrong, and I may not disagree with them, but it's what I'm doing. And we are going to say interaction. What do we have here? We want to get our ACF interaction. I don't know what we're doing with it yet, but we're going to get it because I'm doing that in the other one. Oh, I know what we're going to do. We are going to enable detection set to false. I believe that will make his name go away. Now we are going to say, ooh, do I have a variable here? I do have a variable here. Why do oh, dialog participant. Okay. Current set. So, set current dialogable. And that is who we are talking to. And then we are going to say start dialogue. What? Alright, so I apparently have something built on my player. So we're going to say start dialogue. We'll go look at that here in just a second because I don't even know what that is. We'll find out. However, so let's go see what this does. Aha! In our player, start dialogue. We're going to find out who we're talking to. We're going to set them as who we're talking to. And then we are going to try to start the dialogue. And a lot of what I'm doing here is to hide the UI and show the dialogue. So what we're doing here is we're telling the player character, okay, you're about to start talking to somebody. If that person's valid, we're going to try to start the dialogue. If we are able to start the dialogue, we're going to set ourselves as in a conversation, or set him as in a conversation, and then we're going to bind to the event of on dialogue ended. And then we're gonna show our dialogue component, and we are going to lock up the UI and not let us move while we talk. And then on the end dialogue, we are going to re-enable detection so that we can detect things. We're going to clear the dialogue partner just because we may not come back to the same person. We're going to remove the dialogue widget. We're going to stop listening to the events, and then we're going to restore control. I will answer these questions, post them. The sample project should be pretty similar, though, for ATS, but if you have questions about that, I'll go more into it in a direct ask because I'm not going to set my character up. As you can see, that's a pretty massive little thing. So I apologize. We'll go through that later. All right, so Ragnar. And we are going to start dialogue. Okay, so let's see what we got. Hint, it's not going to do anything. Oh, I don't have I don't have a quest yet. So, what do we need to do? Well, we're going to cheat. We're going to open the level blueprint, and we're going to get local ACF player controller, and we're going to I'm not using tick, so go away. We're going to cast to my player controller, and we're going to get quest manager. The quest manager goes on the controller, and we're going to save everything because I need to check something real quick because I'm an idiot and forgot. So give me just a second. Intro level. Oh my goodness, so load faster. So what I'm doing is, because of the way my game is structured, on level load, I'm actually assigning the quest. Jury's out on whether that should be the right way to do it or not. It works. It's a hack. My game is single player. So call me a hack if you want. I don't care. It is a hack. Oops. Sorry, I just took a screenshot of it so that I could recreate it real quick. Have I lost everybody yet? Everybody still good? Oh, my house isn't on the ground. We want to attack. No, transform. Snap to the floor. Whoa, no. We want to be able to walk into the house. Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay. That didn't really need to happen, but I did it anyway. We're going to open level blueprint. And I can take this delay out because we'll do a Local ACF controller cast failed. We know this is our class, so we're going to do a delay. And if it fails, we're going to come back to here. We're going to come here. Delay is the best worst thing. You use delay so that when your game loads slower, it doesn't barf on you. And then quest manager. Really? Oh, well, that's right. I already have the quest manager. No, start quest. So what quest are we going to start? We're going to start talking to Ragnar. So theoretically, if I did this right, we now have a quest to talk to Earl Ragnar. So, oh, alright, so let's see what happens. Let's see if our dialogue works like we think. Oh, my lord. Just, oh, sweet. Alright, nothing like troubleshooting. That is not the conversation I wanted to have with you, pal. So, Ragnar. That's exactly what I thought. Alright. Please hold while I figure out what the hell. Oh. Ragnar. Where's Ragnar? Dialogue. Let's give him his dialogue. We accidentally gave him the intro character's dialogue. So, bet you when we go talk to him now, he didn't say anything. Bastard. I think it's because we don't have any dialogue there. Let's go look at this real quick. My lord, they came in the middle of the night, blah, blah, blah. We're going to say dialogue node. We're going to say haha. See, this is why this is not going straight to VOD, Centurion. Because it's going to be riddled with mistakes. So you get to come along for the bad ride, but I will make a video. And dialogues have to end. I heard you wanted to see me, so actually, we're gonna take this. We're gonna go. We're going to break links. We're gonna come here, and then we're going to break links, and then we're going to come here. Now let's see if he'll talk to us. I mean, he gave us our quest, but probably shouldn't take the axe out when you're talking to the big guy. No, he still didn't talk to him. Find out what Ragnar wants you to do. Okay, great. Why? Oh, $50 says that it's because I have a condition. I don't have a condition yet, do I? I do. Activation condition. Alright. So this is what I was afraid of. So this was the flaw in my architecture so far up to this point. It's not letting me start although it is starting that discussion. Alright, let's see what we got here. Break all links. Break links. We'll come here. We'll come here. I heard you wanted to see me. Blacksmith says he needs your help. And then we'll say dialogue node. No. Dialogue response node. Participant tag. Player. And we will say, yes, hello. Yes, sir. I will go right away. Now will you talk to me? Oh, yep, still don't need to pull out the axe to talk to him. Force a habit. Alright, so the quest is firing. So, why? Ragnar. Airborth. Participant tags. Activation conditions. 1. Oh, I wonder if this is my problem. We need to say blah. We need to say character. Ragnar. 1. That doesn't make sense because we are getting the quest, but we're going to go ahead and set that anyway just because, and we're just going to go ahead and add this one. We're going to say blacksmith. Blacksmith. 1. Just because I have a feeling that if I built my quest check or my discussion check right, that might be my problem. Alright, so now let's see what happens. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Don't want to use an axe. No, why are you not firing? Why are you not firing? So let's see what's happening here. Let's toggle breakpoint and see if we're getting there. I'm about to move my player start right in front of Ragnar. Okay, so cool. Current dialogue. Who is our dialogue partner? Ragnar. Current dialogable. We're going to F11, F10, 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 F10. Try and start dialogue. F10, F11. Okay. Alright. Now I know what the problem is, and now I have a structure problem. So to fix it so that we can move on, we are going to go into Ragnar's dialogue, and we are going to say that his dialogue is for and thank you somebody for the follow. I missed who it was. I apologize. What's up, TC Mabe? So thanks for the follow, by the way. Save all. Save selected. Let's go back into our level blueprint. Nope. Let's go back into our level blueprint. And we're going to go ahead and where's my player? Where's my player controller? Dialogue map. Get rid of the standard macro. Start dialogue. Blah 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 blah. Alright, so let's go to our dialogue condition. We're not going to be able to fix this the lazy way. Are we? Are we? Yeah, no, we're not. So let's go to our dialog step check and actually fix this correctly. So let's go fix this. What are we doing? We're oh, thanks for the sub. Thanks, TC. So we're going to, haha, are we really an idiot? We're really an idiot. 1. Let's see. Let's see if we're really that big of an idiot. Toggle breakpoint, verify condition. Alright, let's see if we get our fire on our dial. Resume. Alright, we should be here. What is our character to talk to? Our character to talk to is 1. Current dialogue number 0. Aha! Haha. I'm an idiot. I wonder. So if I come in here into Ragnar's dialogue, why is that multiple values? Dialogue step check. Huh, I screwed it all up. Alright. Try this again. Here's what we're going to do. Sorry, everybody. Don't need Ragnar open anymore. We're actually pretty much done with him. I think we're done with that. Dialogue step check. Current dialogue number 1. And we're going to compile. And let's see if we talk to Samson now. I want to talk to Samson. Alright, so I don't want that breakpoint in there anymore because we know the dialogue check is failing. We're going to go ahead and resume. What is our current dialogue? What is our current dialogue number? Our current dialogue number is 1. We're going to talk to... Ooh. Nope. Still, something's not going right. So... dialogue. Where did I close the dialogue? I did close the dialogue. Because that should work. And then we're going to go to our quest. Huh? Huh? Oh, it's in the dialogue condition itself. Activation condition. Current dialogue number is 1. Now let's see if this works now. Eh? What do we got here? We got current dialogue number is 1. Person to talk to is empty. Okay. All my windows are gone. Where's my blocked window? Where is my breakpointed window? Here, fine. Alright, so why are you not passing? Don't tell me you're being dumb. Let's just try the old Unreal answer. When at first it doesn't work, open and close and reopen. That's never a solution or anything in Unreal, right? I should probably make sure I didn't break Airwolf at the beginning now. Let's just check real quick and see if we broke him. Nope, didn't break him. We're going to open all 11 of them editors again. Blech. Okay. While that loads, I'll be right back, guys. 72 degrees in my house, and that's just too hot for me. Alright, so we're going to go talk to him. No, we're still not passing our dialogue check. We're going to go ahead and toggle breakpoint. Alright, so there's another way to solve this. So we're going to get controlled pawn. We're going to do it the long way because I want people to see and repeat that, because I see this question asked sometimes. And we're going to cast that to player. I'm going to make that a pure cast because I know it's a player. And we are going to get current dialogue. Get current dialogable. Get tag. Get participant tag. Let's see if that works. Maybe my condition isn't being set right. All right, so let's see. La 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 la. No, why are you not? It's because we're. Huh? Huh? Where are you, Ragnar? Where are you? AI. Character, NPCs, Ragnar. Toggle the breakpoint. Let's make sure. What do you want, work? Alright. Work wants something. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Our current dialogable participant. What's our dialogue participant? Um, Stop. Nah, we'll leave that there. That's not the button I wanted to hit. Alright, so current dialogable. Okay, so we're gonna F11. F11. We're going to go F10. F10, 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 F11. Alright, so 10. What do we got here? Ragnar. And 1. So now, haha, there he goes. Sorry guys, that only took me like 30 minutes to figure out why my dialogue wasn't working. So, let's, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and remove the breakpoints because it works. And we'll never need to check anything again, so we don't need that. Alright, yeah, right, bullshit. Things are going to break all over the place. Alright. Alright, so we got to go talk to Ragnar. Ragnar, blacksmith needs you, says he needs your help. Go to the, I heard you wanted to see me. Okay, sweet. Yes, sir, I'll go there right away. Sweet. Alright, now I can fix my dialogue. Ragnar's dialogue. I heard you wanted to see me. Now, I don't think I need these, but because break link and oops, I didn't mean to break the whole links. Activation actions, trigger quest. I don't think we need those, so let's go see if that works the way I want it to now. Now that we're done troubleshooting, I think we'll talk to him, and he says, blacksmith, okay, yes sir, I'll go right away. Wait, what? I don't think so, sir. I will go right now, sir. Okay. You don't do anything. You don't do anything. Okay. So, boom. Save. Save all. Save selected. And play. And it sounds like my wife and kids are home, so this might take a second here. A hot second. Blacksmith says, okay, sweet. I will go right away. Yay. And now we'll need to set up the dialogues with the blacksmith. So, cool. So now that I've broken everybody's concentration, I'm going to take about a 5-minute break. I will be right back. If you have any questions, I know I totally screwed all kinds of things up there, so go ahead and pose them, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, everybody, sorry about that. Actually, I will be right back, actually. Alright, everybody, I am back. Alright, so now that we have Ragnar fixed, what we're going to do is we're going to work on the blacksmith. The blacksmith is going to give us a quest. So, to remember where we left off, we start the level, we get a quest, and he's going to tell us to go talk to the blacksmith. So we're going to go figure out what the blacksmith's going to have us do. So, let's open up the let's just copy and paste some stuff real quick, because we're lazy. Event on interacted by pawn. And we're going to, again, we're going to, whoopsie, wrong button. We're going to make sure that we complete talk to the blacksmith. So, Ragnar. File save, start dialogue, and we are going to open up, whoops, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, haha, if you want the cast, you have to connect the pin. Alright, so, we need to go into our dialogues, and we need to create a new dialogue. And this one is going to be blacksmith dialogue. And we are going to dialogue start mode, and this is going to be between the blacksmith and the player. Oopsie. Blacksmith and the player. And this participant is the blacksmith. And dialogue step check 1, blacksmith, and he is gonna say, what do we want? How do we want to say this? Fire doesn't fuel itself. Takes a lot of heat to melt metal. All right, and player, and we're gonna say, Ragnar said you wanted to, you needed me. And dialogue response, nope, not dialogue response. We need a, dialogue responses are always the player. Well, not the dialogue start. Dialogue nodes are always the NPC. And we're gonna say, I need more wood to stoke the fires. Do you think you can handle that, slave? I will go get more wood for you right away, sir. Right now, dialogues are fairly one directional. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop. So now we're gonna have a new quest. Alphabetical order. We're gonna go to quest. Quest definitions. Main story. And we're going to create a new quest, and we're going to say gather, we're going to say blacksmith, gather wood 1, and we're going to have a quest start, and we're going to not have an activation requirement. And this tag is gather wood, get wood for the blacksmith. And we are going to and we're going to need to go to our player. Where's our player? Do I not have our player open anymore? I don't have our player open anymore. And where is coins? And this is how I'm hacking around and creating multiple currencies. So we're going to add another one, and we're going to say RPG statistic. Oh, we're going to undo that because I screwed up that tag table, or that tag. Put an S after it. We don't want S. There's several ways you could gather all this however you want, but statistic component. And has number generation, blah, 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 blah. Whoopsie. Alright, so now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a lootable item. And so we're going to create a child of this, and we're going to call this lootable wood. We're going to open this up, and we're going to take a gander at this. Probably should move some of this into the calculate loot event on interacted by pawn. Alright, so we need to come into our lootable wood and we say event on interacted by pawn, and we are going to grab this, and we are going to RPG statistic wood 1, boom, and we will actually what we're going to do is we're going to grab that and put it here for now. We're going to take this, put it here, actor end overlap, begin overlap, break link, break link. We're going to say end overlap, event, and I need to put these into the actual base lootable so that I don't have to keep doing this, but I don't feel like doing that right now. So when we are overlapping, when we end overlapping, and so I should have end, begin play, begin overlap, end play, and we're going to destroy actor self. Okay. Now we're going to come in here and we're going to look for wood. that's not a static mesh. That is a static mesh. Compile. Compiling shaders. So now, in the interest of time, because I'm going to have to go soon, we are going to just put some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got one more thing we need to do. Event graph. Actually, you know what? Don't even need that. We just need to go look at enemy Danish melee. Open the blueprint, and it's not there. It's in the base. Okay. In the base, we want to grab this. Wood on interacted by pawn. We are going to resolve gather wood and save. Now, theoretically, wood. Sorry guys, I've been concentrating. So now, what else is broken? Lootable base. Basket. Refresh nodes. Now will you compile and be happy? Save all. Oh, that's some big wood. That's what she said. Alright. Now, go through this. I will go right now. And we need to go gather wood. Now we're going to make sure that the wood does what we think it's going to do. Sprint. Why are we not destroying the wood? Event graph. Oh yeah, because I didn't do this. Destroy self. Destroy actor. Nope. Destroy actor. Self. And we're going to go back to gather wood. I'm going to say success. We're going to say objective node. go to this, and we're going to say talk to blacksmith, and we're going to return the blacksmith, and there we go. And since I only have 5 of them there, we're going to save all, or we're going to click that, that's cool too. We're going to play. Now we're going to come over here, we're going to talk to Ragnar. I'll go right away. And then we will go be his little errand boy, because that's what we do. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we need to return back to the blacksmith. And then we forgot to do one last thing. Alright, so gather wood, and we need to say quest succeeded, and we are going to issue a quest reward. We're going to get 15 XP and 1 silver. Excuse me. So now, this is going to be awesome. Keep an eye out on our silver here. Please don't have your axe out when you talk to the Earl. I noticed I'm also issuing the quest 1 step too soon, but that's okay. We'll fix that. You can see he's already told me to gather wood. But, so we have no XP, we'll see at the bottom. And in the top right, we have no silver. We're going to gather wood. Our outline's not working yet, but that's okay. I don't really care about that right this second. That's why I need to put that stuff in the base, so that I don't have to mess with it over and over again, because I never get it right. So, then we talked to the blacksmith, and he gave us some silver, and we have 15 XP. So that is the beginning of a quest chain. So, hi dog. So, I realized that was 2 hours of discombobulation, and I apologize for that. But that is the beginning. Let's see, what else? What else can I cover? So the quest tracker. Let's talk about some of the other functional stuff real quick. Where's our player? Where is our player? So, oh, excuse me. One of the things that I did is I'm using where is it? Is it in the controller? Did I put it in the controller? I probably put it in the controller. I did put it in the controller. I am using ProHUD for my stuff. So I have a HUD class. Oops. Nope, not that one. We are using Pro HUD. And where's my loading screen? Let's hide that. Alright, so over here, I have a quest tracker, which is my own thing. And basically, that's not where it is. Where is... show in folder view. So I have a quest row that is, it just takes quest objective and pulls off the pieces. The sample project has this in it. I know because I wrote it. Or I started to write it. Pask's probably made it better. But so basically I am just pulling off of the objective node to see what's there. So every time we do something, excuse me. Every time we complete something or do something, I'm calling this function. I have this function off of the HUD manager, which again is in Pro HUD, which basically means that in our HUD we should have this, which basically every time we just clear the quest list, we go through our in progress quests and we add them to a vertical box. So that's how I'm doing the quest tracker. I don't know that that's the right way. It is a way. I'm open to suggestions on better ways, but at the end of the day, it works. So that's the quest tracker. Again, it's in the sample project. So I am going to wrap up the stream soon. Is anybody still out there? Anybody have any questions? If not, I appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out. Sorry, it was a little discombobulated, but that's why this is a live stream and not a tutorial video, because I would have made a tutorial video far more refined and not broken. So I will be publishing some of those videos soon, and I will let everybody know in the ACF Discord when those videos become available. Alright, everybody have a great afternoon, and I will talk to everyone later.